You know exactly what you need to do, but something holds you back, keeps you away from reaching your goals. Don't worry, you are not alone. And in this video, I'll show you exactly why and how to fix this. Because you've probably noticed this too. The days you finally decide to start working on your dreams are somehow the same days your apartment needs cleaning, your inbox needs sorting, and you suddenly remember 17 other things that cannot wait. And your goal just sits there, untouched, again. But why? It's your brain, and it is doing exactly what it was built to do. Let me explain. There are two parts of your brain constantly fighting each other. First, the prefrontal cortex, which is basically your inner CEO. It has the vision, the plan, the big dream. Then there's the amygdala, your brain's alarm system, whose main goal is to protect you from danger. And here's the ridiculous part. Your amygdala cannot tell the difference between a lion chasing you and you opening a blank document. Both feel like danger. So it shuts you down every single time. And the bigger the dream, the louder the alarm. So let's dive deeper into what's actually happening when you sit down to work on something that matters to you, but then suddenly feel the urge to do literally anything else. Your amygdala, that alarm system we talked about, runs on one single principle: keep you safe. And for thousands of years, safe meant staying exactly where you are, not taking risks, not standing out, not doing anything unfamiliar, because it has the potential to be dangerous. The problem is, your brain never got the update. It still treats uncertainty the same way it treated predators. Starting something new is uncertain. Putting yourself out there is uncertain. Building something that could fail is uncertain. So the alarm goes off, and your body responds the same way as if you were in real danger. On the other hand, our brains love instant rewards. This is why you start scrolling on your phone, calling a friend, or even start washing the dishes. These things feel safe and easy to manage, and every time you choose the easier task, your brain adapts to this procrastination loop. It works like this. Difficult task leads to avoidance, leads to temporary relief, leads to repeat. And your life goals? Postponed to another day. Because procrastination often hides behind two things. What we've just learned is productive procrastination. Instead of doing the real task, you clean, plan, research, or watch videos about being productive. It feels like progress, but the important task still isn't moving forward. The second disguise is perfectionism. It makes you afraid your work won't be good enough, so you never even start. Studies even show that highly perfectionist people often get less done because they spend too much time worrying about the result. The truth is, you're usually not avoiding the task itself. You're avoiding the uncomfortable feelings that come with starting. But once you begin, you often realize the fear was worse than the actual work. Sound familiar? But knowing it doesn't fix it on its own. So let's get into the 3 steps that actually do. Step 1. Make smaller tasks. Your CEO brain, the prefrontal cortex, can override the alarm, but only when the task feels manageable. The moment something feels too big, too vague, or too overwhelming, the amygdala wins and you're back on your phone. Think about it this way. You want to start a business, so you sit down and tell yourself today is the day. But then you think about the website and the branding and the pricing and finding clients, and what if it fails? And suddenly 2 hours have passed. You have watched 4 videos about productivity, but done absolutely nothing. Don't worry, we've all been there. That is your alarm going off at full volume because the task you gave yourself was basically change your entire life today. So the fix is simple. Make the first step so small it feels almost stupid. Not work on my business. Instead, write down one thing my business would help people with. Not start working out. Instead, put on your shoes. That's it. That's the whole job for today. Because once you start moving, the alarm quiets down. Your brain gets actual proof that this is not dangerous, and then momentum does the rest. Step 2. Stop waiting to feel ready. Here is something nobody tells you. Motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after. Most people sit and wait to feel inspired, focused, or in the right headspace before they start. And that feeling almost never comes on its own. Because your brain is not going to feel ready for something it has already decided is a threat. Picture this. You have been wanting to start posting content online, but every time you think about filming something, you tell yourself you will do it when you feel more confident, when your skin clears up, when you have better lighting, when you have figured out exactly what to wear. Weeks go by. Nothing gets posted. Believe me, that feeling you are waiting for will not show up before you start. Step 3. Protect your brain from distraction. Your environment is either working for you or against you, and most people surround themselves with many distractions without even realizing it. Every notification on your phone is a tiny alarm. Every open tab is a distraction your amygdala will happily chase instead of doing the hard work. So clean it up. Set up your workspace. Put your phone in another room for 1 hour. Close every tab that is not related to what you are working on. Small environment, small distractions, small alarm. That's the formula. Here's what is interesting about all 3 of these. They are not asking you to want it more. They are not telling you to wake up at 5 a.m., write a 10-page plan, or change your entire routine. On the contrary, they are easy to implement. And even more importantly, they are doing one very specific thing. They are turning down the volume on the alarm so your CEO brain can finally do its job. Because that is all that has ever been standing between you and the thing you want. Not talent, not time, not some quality other women have that you don't. Just an alarm that got too loud and a brain that never got the right instructions on how to quiet it. The women who look like they have it all figured out are not built differently. They just learned how to stop fighting their own brain and start using it. I'm sure you thought that something was wrong with you, and so did I. But it was exactly the opposite. Your brain was just trying to protect you from a danger that was never really there. Your dream felt threatening, so it hit the alarm. But now you know it is just an alarm, and you know exactly how to turn it off.